and what is the new things that they talked about. And there was some things I forgot because I had to rush, I had to hurry up. Also because of the simple fact that um, they had music playing, and I didn't know how that was going to go because you know what I mean. I was in the mall. I can't tell the mall people, hey, shut your music off. You know what I mean? But yeah, so pretty much to reiterate what I said earlier, they showed a lot of games. Some that was kind of expected, like Yoshi's Crafted World. That was kind of expected because it comes out, I think, next month, if I'm correct. Um, they talked a little bit about Smash. They didn't show any real details. They just talked about the 3.0 update, and they didn't talk about what's in the update. But one thing that we do know, and the only reason why I say we do know because 2.0, that had Petty or Piranha Plant. I call him Petty because he has Petty come out in the special move, and that's a Piranha Plant. Petty's a Piranha Plant, so he's Petty to me. But yeah, so they showed that. But they mentioned as a special surprise. My guess for the special surprise is that they're going to bring back a couple of modes, and I think for each update, since they're doing it by updates like 2.0, 3.0, I think they're going to go all the way up to, let's see, 3.0 is going to be to start with Joker. 8.0. I think they're going to go for 8.0, and each update is a character. So you're going to have, you're going to have 3.0 unlocks Joker or gets Joker ready so you can either download them if you didn't get the season pass or bought the character pack early, just like they did with Piranha Plant. Um, but I think that what they're going to do is for each one, they're going to unlock a mode that was in a Smash Bros. So I think 3.0. I haven't played Persona 5, so I don't know. I know it's like a RPG dungeon based game, kind of like RPG stand base. So what I'm thinking is they're going to bring back like not an adventure mode because that's the spirit of light mode, but something like break the targets. You know what I mean? Where there's a maze and you have to do an objection. You know what I mean? Um, but I think each one they're gonna bring something back. But they showed a couple question marks, so it might be where that could be it, and they bring back home run because home run is highly asked for. Every YouTube video you see that talk about Smash and they talk about what was taken out and what they missed. The number one thing that everybody says home run derby because home run derby was dope. Ain't nothing wrong with that, and I hope that's the case. But yeah, but we won't know more about it until later within this year. So a couple months later, they're saying that Joker will be ready by April or end of April, so springtime they mostly were saying. So it gives leniency, which I like. That's good. You know what I mean? Piranha Plant, even though they announced him before the game came out, they was talking about you had to do the whole pre-order to get them, and then it was like, okay, well you gotta make sure you register before January 31st to get him for free. So pretty much, I think they're going to do the same thing where you know each character they announce they're going to give like a little leniency, a little time so you can buy it or get the season pass. Okay, I seen that. I'm not saying that Banjo Kazooie is in it, but I'm just saying, like, let's say character number 2 is Banjo Kazooie. They give you a little bit of time so you can be like, okay, I want Banjo Kazooie, so I'm gonna get the season pass or I'm gonna get pack number 2, and before the update will come out where that character's unlocked, and it's gonna be like how Piranha Plant was, where okay, it'll just automatically pop up. Banjo Kazooie, ready for battle. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, that pretty much I feel as though each update is going to bring in a mode that was in like Melee or Brawl or 3DS and Wii U. So we might have the Spirit Board back. We might have the what was that? I forgot what it was called, Gold Rush or Spirit Rush, the one where on the 3DS where the adventure mode I was talking about. I couldn't think of the name, but I knew it wasn't an adventure. But where you go through like you and your friends, or hopefully if they do that, they put online. Because the 3DS one, I really wish they had it online and not just local. But you go through like a level with your friends. You have to go against every Nintendo property or every property that's in Smash Bros. Off the hand. So you might get attacked by a gas, so you got to fight it to get the little power ups and stuff to do something crazy and wacky at the very end. Next, but it's not in the same order that they did it in the direct. They talked about a couple RPGs. What was it? Something Ruin 5 is coming out. They confirmed it. They talked about Starlink Battle at Atlantis update, where it's going to be more missions for the Star Fox crew on the Nintendo Switch. And not only that, you can actually upgrade the Star Fox crew. So, for example, if you want to upgrade Peppy by himself, or if you want to upgrade Falco by himself, or Slippy, it's not just like how right now, if you play the game, the only one you could do is Fox, and the only way you could upgrade the team is the little badges that you get the points for, and it goes up like level 1, there's a level 2 and level 3, and they have the 3 dots at the bottom of them, and each one does something, but they all do it as a unit. So if you want them to have powerful guns, it's not like, okay, Falco's ship has a more powerful gun than Slippy's. They all have it, so it's like they all get everything at once, like a combo meal. But yeah, so it's gonna be more missions. Battle with Star Wolf. They showed a little bit of gameplay from it, where it looked kind of dope. I would like to play that. I might re-download it. Another thing is this game right here, this free-to-play one, the Tetris 99. Apparently, it's a multiplayer Tetris game, free-to-play, and the object of the game is to play Tetris until you're number 1. So I thought it when they was talking about, I thought it was interesting, but they mentioned on it that it goes with the Nintendo Online, which kind of confused me because if you know, when with the Nintendo Switch, all the free to play games, like for example Warframe or Pokemon Quest, or Fortnite, it's online. You play multiplayer online, but you do not need to have the online service to play it. So that kind of threw me for a loop that they brought up the online service with it. So maybe this is the first game that is free to play, but yet you have to have the online service, or maybe it's another service-based game like the whole NES, the NES and the Super Famicom or the Famicon's collection thing. Wait a minute, I think I got both of them, but right, hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, the Famicom online service, or the NES online service. But so I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna stream it a little bit. I'm gonna have to use my camera because my PS4 is still doing stupid stuff. I can make a video of it, but it's going to be a minute of that. They also announced, as I said in the last video, they talked about this right here. I still cannot pronounce this name. It's, hold up, Damon Machina. I think I said it right this time, Damon Machina. But they talked about it. They brought up the director of the game, and he mentioned the prototype mission. But I thought he was just talking about like there's a prototype mission, see gameplay of it later down the line while we're still working on it. We're still working on it hard. Boom, boom. But come to find out, and I just found this out. Actually, I just found this out about the Yoshi's demo and about this one. they got that prototype out. So if you have a Nintendo Switch, you can download it for free right now and try out the game and see if it's like anything that you like. I hope it's like Armor Core, because Armor Core is a good game. I like the Armor Core series, and from watching the E3 trailer of it, and I'm playing it and talking about it on E3 last year, and the Nintendo Direct in like September and stuff, when they kept mentioning it, it looks like it will be like a Nintendo Switch version of Armor Core, an anime Gundam Armor Core mix type feel, and I kind of find that dope. That's what's up. They also mentioned, like I said, Yoshi's Crafted World, which comes out, if I'm correct, in March, and that game I'm hyped for. I want to play the demo. I'm gonna stream the demo, like I said, and make a video out of it. That's going to be kind of tough too, but that's going to be tough for a whole different reason. It's not because of, the game itself, or it's more of the streaming problem I have right now. I'm just going to say this. If you have a dog, hug your dog and love your dog, because your dog going to do stuff that really irks you, but all you can do is love your dog. Let's see. Also, they mentioned about, as I said, Super Mario Maker 2, which I am so hyped. When I first seen the trailer for it, I got hyped. Mind you, I was in a clothes store with my girlfriend, and she's looking at me crazy because I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. She thinking something's wrong, and I'm hyped about Super Mario Maker, you know what I mean? She had to shake her head on me, but that's because, we all thought they was going to bring over Super Mario Maker. We thought it was going to be, the Wii U port, because, recently they've been doing a lot of Wii U ports, you know what I mean? And that was one highly requested. If you're going to port over games from the Wii U, why don't you port over Mario Maker? Everybody loves Mario Maker. Still, on the Wii U right now, what's keeping it afloat, one of the things that's keeping it afloat right now is Mario Maker. So, to see what they had in it, for example, like, you can have a piranha plant come out of the pipe, right? But it's not like just the old Mario where it'll just stick up, come back. It'll stick up, come back, and you can set the pattern and the way that it comes out. It looks like you could do group changes. And what I mean by group changes, because I can't think of the right way to say it. What I mean is, like, okay, let's say, and they showed this in the trailer, like the first thing that happens, Mario runs up a hill, and there's a bunch of the turtles with the spikes on it. I forgot what those turtles are called, but there's a bunch of them, and it's like the way that going down the mountain looks, it's like steps pretty much, and each turtle is on a step, and he tried to jump over it and almost made it, but he landed on the turtle, died. So the person brought up the creation part of the stage, and all in once. Didn't have to change each step. Just all in once, grouped it, pushed it up a little bit, and turned it smooth. And then put Mario on top and redid it. And next thing you know, slid down instead and knocked all the turtles out. So you can group fix. The one thing, if anything, I hope they do, they keep the stuff like in Mario Maker, because remember, they had updates, and that's the one thing that kept it going too. They had updates where you're pretty much playing Super Mario, and Super Mario New and 3 and those type of formats, but you're playing Super Mario, but you're playing with Bulbasaur or Charmander or Squirtle or Bowser or Peach or Toad or Yoshi or Luigi. It's not just Mario. And I hope they do that. But the one thing that they did show that they have in it was the cat suit from the new Super Mario 3D World games. So the cat suit where you can climb up stuff and do the little jump, spike dive thing like Incineroar do in Smash Bros. His up smash. Um, you can do that on a 2D level, wearing the cat suit. So I thought that was cool. Another thing they talked about was Fire Emblem, three homes, three houses. That game looks good. They was talking about the different type of training, the story plot. They were showing off the game, and to be honest, I like how they're going with this because it's not like it's Fire Emblem. You still do the RPG, move to different blocks, and have to have, like, if you're an archer, have to be back one or in a diagonal to hit and all that. But they made it where when they changed the camera from the little 2D Super NES sprite looking people and they turn it into the 3D models, it looks like you're actually in a battle. It looks like, let's say we're going to use Awakening because everybody knows Awakening in Japan and America. That's a highly sold game on the 3DS. Where in Awakening, let's say you have Lucina and you're going against, no, better yet, let's say Chrom, because it was like the second or third mission when Lucina come out and she's like, I'm Marth. And Chrom trying to figure out what's going on. So he has to go and find Lucina and fight Lucina. It's something where when you, let's say you get to that part, there will be a bunch of people fighting in the background. And when you're running over to, let's say you're Chrom and you're running over to Lucina to attack, you see your whole troop right behind you, running with you. And I thought that was pretty cool. You could train your people and it plays just like you're actually playing a real battle. And like they said, but I honestly, when they said it, I honestly just thought, okay, that's really any Fire Emblem that you really control your character and your team's life or death. And I thought that was pretty neat. I mentioned about the Tetris 99. This was the game they talked about Dragon Quest and they talked about Dragon Quest Builder 2. Builders, that looks good. It's going to be it's going to have multi. The graphics look good for it, you know what I mean? It's still the whole big-headed models like the first one, but I don't know, it looks more crisp than they do now in the first one. So they talked about that. This looked good. The Dragon Quest, I think that's 10 or 11. Dragon Quest 11, I think. It looks good from what they showed of the gameplay. I was actually impressed, and I don't really play Dragon Quest games like that. So, they talked about the story. They showed off cutscenes and a little bit of gameplay while they was talking about it during the direct. And it's I don't know why Dragon Quest never really connected with me, but it looks like it'll be something that's very interesting. So get that shot. They also showed off gameplay of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. It seemed like from what they showed, they're doing the stuff that was in 2 where it's team. Well, we all know it's team based. It's a 4-player RPG. But what I mean is, like, if you remembered or if you played or seen videos of in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, where there are special attacks and abilities that you can do if you pair up certain ones. Like, let's say you had Iron Man and Wolverine on a team. Iron Man can use his plasma beam, shoot the claws of Wolverine, and Wolverine will just spread it throughout his claws, so it goes around in a circle. It's just a streak of beam hitting the enemies. They have that, and they have it where, the individual. The cast looks big. We're talking like the first and the second from, the Xbox 360, Wii, and PS3. Of those combined, even though I know what you're saying, wait, but the cast is the same one. It's just certain exclusive characters was on, an exclusive system. It's if I'm correct, Juggernaut was an exclusive to the Xbox or something like that. I'm just saying, if you take, okay, each system, you know what I mean, each system's amount and combined it looks like it's big. You got the Guardians of the Galaxy, you got the X-Men, you got the Fantastic Four back, you got the Avengers back. Like, they went all in, and the models actually look good for the graphics they're using. It looks pretty darn straight. Captain Marvel, she's in it. Black Panthers, he's in it. Like, I'm really hyped for it. It comes out in March, so I mean, check it out. I talked about Captain Toad with Toadette, and Toad is a co-op now. It's not the co-op like before where one person will use one Joy-Con to play as like Toad or Toadette, and the other Joy-Con is like how they do in Mario Odyssey, where you can control different stuff, like control a block to move up or down, so it'll be easy to solve a puzzle. They're also adding more levels. They're adding more features that is more cooperative. So that was pretty interesting. There was another one. That was the Starlink I was telling you about. This was the one game I was just talking about that was an RPG. It looks like your standard-based anime style, stand-based RPG, and that's not my cup of tea. So if you're into that, by all means, look it up, get details. I didn't catch the name because by the time that I actually jumped into the to watch the direct, I just caught the end part, but it's coming out later on in the spring. This, I don't even know what this is. It's a Disney game where you're playing these little mouse characters, but it's not just, Mickey, Minnie. We're talking about Donald, Goofy, Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, the Goof Troop and all them as little mouse characters. And I don't know if it's a racing game, if it's like, what was that, Chibi Chibi, I think it's called? Or that was on the Dreamcast where you had the little mouses and you had to like run through the maze and all that. I don't know exactly, but from what it looked like it's a bunch of different modes, and it looks like that one thing of it is a racing mode. So I'm thinking that it's mostly like a racing game. The one game that I did forget to talk about earlier that honestly I'm actually kind of hyped for, because I played it before when on the Game Boy, but I really wasn't thinking about this game as much. Is Link Awakening. They're remaking it, and they're doing it like they did for the that Zelda game they did on the 3DS, where you can it's top down, same type of art design, same type of graphics, but the one I'm talking about that was on the 3DS, you can like plaster it against the wall where you're 2D running against the wall, turning, something like they did in Mario Odyssey, where you go in the pipe and you're the 2D Mario. They did that with Zelda, and I thought that was pretty cool, you know what I mean? So they're remaking Link Awakening, and that's pretty interesting. This was the one game I was trying to talk about in the earlier video. It was one of the last things they showed off, Astral Chain, that I said looks like a Xenoblade mixed with like not the stand base, but like the action base of a Square Enix, like Final Fantasy X-Zero or Zero, or a Kingdom Hearts where it's action based, but it looks like a robotic Xenoblade because it's futuristic. It looks dope from what they showed, and they only showed cutscenes and a little tiny bit of gameplay. So keep a lookout on that. That's coming out later this year. They just showed a little bit of footage of it, and I think it's going to be worth it. Right now, that's out, Final Fantasy 9, and like I said in my earlier video, I was actually pretty shocked that 9 came out before 7, because everybody knew 9, 7, 12, Fantasy World. They were coming out all at different times, but I thought they would go with 7 first because it's the most popular. It's on darn near every system now, except the Xbox. Ironic, but yeah, it's 9. When I looked on the eShop right a minute ago when I was downloading the prototype mission for the Machina game and the demo for Crafted World, I seen the price for it is only $20. So I don't know how you will feel about that if you will drop $20 for like a game that came out in 1998, if I was correct. Because if I was correct, 7 and 8 came out in 1997 when the PlayStation first came out, and I think either 98 or 99, 9 came out. So I don't know how you feel about that. If you love the game, I mean, I heard people say this was the best one. I heard people will argue up and down about it. So if you like it, give it a chance. It's portable. If you don't, hey. This one's pretty interesting. By the people who made Undertales, it's called Delta Are True. I know I jacked up that name, but I found this very entertaining because from the way it looks, it plays like Undertale. So you're in a battle and they have like little mini games within the battle that you have to do more damage and stuff. But what made me find it very entertaining when I was watching the trailer, it was like, this is the censor trailer of the game and stuff. And like every little thing had like these little dogs all over, and like, you know, the censor bar, like let's say they're showing boobs or, you know, inappropriate stuff, they'll have a censor bar right there that says censor. They had that all over. It was just funny and amusing. But yeah, that comes out later. You can preload this, and I don't know for sure, don't hold it to me. That's why we're gonna go and click into it, because on the trailer it said that it was going to be free. Yep, free game. Preload this free game today. So yeah, the game should be out. It's free, so hey, give it a whirl. It's a chapter 1, so I'm taking it's a chapter based game like the old Telltales, but hey, give it a shot. Like I said earlier, Box Boy added co-op, and not only they added co-op, they added more characters. So you have a box girl, you have a tall box, fat box, box, and it's more puzzle based too. So there's more things to do within the puzzle games. And I never played it. I never even heard of this game until today. Well, actually, till yesterday, because I was watching a stream, Spawnwave stream. He was talking about it. He said there was a first one that came out. So I didn't know anything about it. But when I seen the video, I thought it was alright. I like little puzzle games like that. This one was interesting to me. But then I don't know if that was pre-rendered like film of the game. Like it's not, I know it's not fully done yet. But the graphics seem like meh to me. But you know how it is with games. It's not always about graphics, about the gameplay. But they're bringing over Death by Daylight. I don't know if they're going to bring over all the DLC with it first, or they're going to take their time, make sure everything's right. So you might not have Saul and Jason and Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger and the psycho nurse lady and stuff like that. But they're bringing Death by Daylight to the Nintendo Switch, which, to be honest, I didn't even see that coming. Out of all the games that everybody was talking about, I didn't see them talk about, oh, there might be a Death by Daylight, or, I hope there's a Death by Daylight. But I heard a lot of great things about this game, too. Somebody that I was living with, a roommate of mine, one of his old roommates when he was staying with at a friend's house, had an Xbox, and he used to play the game a lot. He said he loved it, and it was worth it. If you ever find it, get it, buy it. So hey, if you got a Nintendo Switch, you don't have a PS4 or Xbox, here's your shot. But yeah. Oh, and that game is Rune Factory. And that's what's called, Rune Factory. That was that RPG I was telling you about. And they're coming out. They're working on Rune Factory 5. So if you hype for it, go ahead. The Bloodstain Ritual of the Night. I have to see what's the one that I have right now on the Xbox, but I love this game. It's Castlevania like, but it's like an old NES Castlevania. I mean, from the trailer of this one right here, from this one, it looks more, up to date. It looks more like a Game Boy Advance version of a Castlevania game, but it piqued my interest. Trust. I watched and I was like, oh my god. Hellblade, they're bringing that over to the Switch. I played it on the Xbox One with the Game Pass, and I actually liked it. It was interesting. It was very interesting. Especially, I don't want to spoil it, but at the end, the way the ending is, I kind of took it as an interesting take because it's the end of the game, and I know usually, like, when it comes down to endings, you make it through and then whatever happens. But this was like that it's going to happen no matter what type feel. So if you haven't played it, I recommend trying it at least. See if you like it. But it's coming to the Switch. They're also bringing over Assassin's Creed 3. It was rumors that Assassin's Creed 3 was coming, but they finally confirmed it, showed a little bit of gameplay footage. It looks very good. So, hey, go against George Washington all over again. Like I said in the older video, they're bringing over Grid, which is a very high graphic game. So I would like to see how that's done. I don't think this had anything to do with the Direct. I didn't even see it in the Direct, but I just wanted to point it out. If you don't have Pokemon Let's Go Eevee or Pikachu and you want to try it at least, I tried it. They got the demo out, so if you haven't seen it, go to the demo part of the eShop and hey, give it a shot. I mean, I can't wait for Pokemon 9. Now, the things that I was kind of like disappointed about, or not even just disappointed, I was like questioning, okay, this is not going to be talked about, was the Metroid Prime trilogies. I literally thought they was going to at least say like, hey, we're working on it. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Just don't have to say no more, don't have to say no less, don't have to, you know what I mean, don't have to like show off, even though I think people would like if they showed off like some gameplay, but just be like, hey, we're working on it, but they didn't mention about Metroid Prime trilogy. They did mention a little bit about Bayonetta 3, which is good, but I mean, when was the last time they mentioned it? Was it like 2-3 years ago? It was like, hey, we're working on Bayonetta 3, so we're bringing out Bayonetta 1 and 2 on the Switch. So, how far along is it? They just said they're hard at work on it. It's coming. You know what I mean? Keep the hypeness. So, just know Bayonetta 3 is still being worked on. So, you got Bayonetta 3. And, yeah, that's pretty much. There's still some stuff I'm probably missing, but, all in all, another thing that I was kind of disappointed was when they talked about Smash Bros, right? They mentioned about Joker, when Joker coming out, the update 3.0, but they didn't mention that about a second character or a hint on who might be the second character or any like stages of Jokers or anything like that. So it's kind of like, wow, okay. But I mean, just know, be patient. That's pretty much what I'm taking with this Nintendo Direct. I mean, they showed a lot, they mentioned a lot, they talked a lot, and it was pretty cool. But to me, this was the Nintendo Direct of, hey, be patient. what you want, what you like, what you are hyped for. 9 out of 10, it will come. Just need to give it a little bit of time. So, yeah, that's my rundown. I have more time. I can be more in depth with the Nintendo Direct. Check out that first video where I was trying to run through it quick and I was in the mall. Tell me what you think and all that. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what I messed up on. Let me know what I got right. Let me know your opinion on what did you think about this Nintendo Direct. I thought it was pretty alright. Some things I wish was said. Some things that I was kind of shocked about. Some things that I was like, okay, we knew was going to happen. But yeah, just let me know what y'all think. Thank you very much and peace.